In the bottom left, or excuse me, upper left of the map here, in the red, he's the best Protoss in the world. It's Hero. In the upper right, his great rival from Korea in the Shopify Rebellion. It's Byun. It's funny. When I was doing King of Battles 3, the final day, which luckily enough we had Artosis join me, that was actually really cool. I did the intro. So the way it works on like the biggest broadcast, you can go back to listen and you'll hear it. The play-by-play guy, the hype guy or girl, play-by-play person tends to do the intros because it flows rather nicely. They can introduce both players. They can get hype. Any sort of vocal modulation that they're able to do, whatever. And then immediately the more analytical caster, I mean, in StarCraft, it's not. You have your play-by-play, you have your analyst. Nearly as much. But they can immediately start to make some interesting point about the game, whether it's storylines or something interesting that's happening, and it's clean. So he did that, and immediately Twitch chat was like, stop trying to copy Tasteless. I was like, well, no, that's just how I do player intros. I'm sorry. Sorry. Pig going to Valencia. Okay, we're going to have the out-of-game FPS drop for a second. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is glorious, Root Fly. I've sent that on to Pig. But okay, we do need to talk about Stargazer a little bit because Stargazer is, at first blush, I said, this is going to be an interesting map, maybe a little Terran favored, but not insanely so. Stargazers is an insanely Terran favored map, as Beyond's cat bottom side says, okay, are you taking the gold? No. Wouldn't surprise me, though. It is Hero. But it is a extremely Terran favored map for a couple reasons. First and foremost, Terran can take the pocket natural really quickly and not be worried about it because they mine it, if they're mining these mineral patches, which we cannot select, they mine at 82% efficiency. If they mine, and then they mine at full efficiency from the minerals blocking the mineral patch. So that's nice, of course. That is actually really nice. The Zealot trying to find value on the other side, but there's a repair there for now. However, so they have that. They have this really efficient way. And actually, if you want, depending on when you take it, you can take this gas and mine it pretty much perfectly efficiently. You do it, say, while you're building your orbital and you just float it on over. But the second thing is, if you look down here, this tank position is disgusting. First of all, it hits this third, if this is where you're expanding. And second of all, it's really hard to get on top of. There's actually almost no surface area, as the depths are going to try to find their way. Maybe kill a couple Marines, but Marines back on up as Zealot now going to take the Watchtower, which, by the way, does provide high ground vision, which is really nice. It's another thing. If you have a lot of Blink Stalkers, it allows you to really outposition your opponent once you get to 3 bases. If you are like Byun and you take the pocket natural and the pocket third, and the standard natural as your third. But Oracle's going to find its way on in now. There's actually no defense here, so let's see. 2 workers go down, and so when am I drop trying to find its way on the other side? But oh wait, that was wait. Oh, what a bait there! I did not see that. I'm like, wow, there are no Widow Mines here. Byun is being remarkably blasé about this, but no, he had a Widow Mine. Oh, he had it all in rating, but still 4 workers do go down. Widow Mines are going to try to show up. There's only 1 Phoenix here, so Probe's still going to have to get pulled. Looks like Hero is okay with that. Oh, look at the target fire, though. He doesn't get a worker, but he does do damage to the Phoenix, which is always going to be nice, especially as Byun is moving into more harassment-based tech. Oracle or Banshees are on the way, but even still, there are Phoenix on the field. We do have to remember, of course, that there is no robo, so there's going to be no detection for this unless Hero gets another Oracle. And that is a bit scary. Notice here it's not even showing any desire to take that base, just the mining inefficiency is too much of a problem. Yeah, it's because you have been watching Hero versus Byun for months, for weeks. They are in the semis or the finals of every EPT Korea. And for my money, really it is the best rivalry in Korean StarCraft right now. But now here comes the pressure for Byun. This feels like a Nicaract build. There is no third base. It's just a 1-1-1 pressure with Cloak Banshees and tanks and everything else. into a rather close third base. Hero could take linear. He's not choosing to. He actually set himself up for it with the pylon, but instead he's not going to do it. And Robo's on the way, but this Banshee's already here with Cloak. Is this payback for Pride? Pride was also, well, that's fair. When you said Pride, I heard Purity and Industry. I'm like, Purity and Industry was also a Terran map. But yeah, I guess this is payback for Pride. As Banshee's going to find 4 workers, going to find 5 workers. There is no detection here. Hero's got a Chrono out of Oracle, but it's not going to get much of anything. And in fact, Byun doesn't even feel the need to run into the natural now because he gets to run and make pressure happen because he's got 6 workers, 7 workers, 8 workers. Shield battery is going to get popped now, but Banshee's can actually kill probes through this. That being said, Banshee running out of energy, so it's going to have to stop for the moment. In fact, it's going to give its life. But 9 workers go down. Hero dropping down to equal income, equal mineral, equal worker count with Byun, and that is not what you want. So we're going to see Revelation here, and this Banshee's not going to get nearly as much as the previous one did, but 11 total workers for 2 Banshees. If you are the Terran, if you're a fan of the Terran, you're going to be extremely happy about that one. Is now Hero running his way onto the other side of the map. His blink is done. +1 is on the way, of course, and well, this is what we talked about. You can go and you can kind of abuse this position. Stalks blink forward, but there's a Widowmine here as well. Good split there from here to start. The tank does fall. Good Revelation on top of the Marines as well, but it's only 4 Stalkers. This is not a fight that Hero can really take in earnest, so he's got to back up. Rotating right side now, but no, not really. Instead, I mean, look how much vision he gets from the Silnaga Tower. I mean, we also have the Revelation, but he sees the gas mining. It is... You put a probe there, and you can blink on the high ground. It's not quite as impactful in TVP because you can have tanks kind of out of vision and it's a problem. But Nightmare versus Classic on Saturday night, we saw this to tremendous effect where, well, Nightmare, because he had agency on the map, and Classic took these 3 bases. He took the pocket. He took what Byun is planning on taking. Nightmare was just bounce in, blink in, get damage, rotate around, blink in, take more damage, and because the travel distance is actually further in the bases compared to out of the bases, it was a significant punish. And he didn't even have to worry about getting vision up on the high ground because he had the Naga Tower. The Stalkers are going to find their way forward. Byun trying to hide this, but there's an Observer there, so Byun's going to realize that one. Ooh, the Observer is going to get out. I think we need to nerf Observers, folks. They're too fast. It's so frustrating when they just barely get out of scan range. Actually, I think the Observer died. Yeah, I think the Observer died. But okay. Hero's got his gold base on the way. So he's going up to 4 bases. He's been able to rebuild some of that economic losses that he's taken. And with Charge on the way, 2-1 on the way as well, his army is kind of designed to deal with what Byun has. That being said, not a lot of charge slots in this right now. And this Warp Prism, I don't know what it did earlier, but it is incredibly low. Oh, Widow Mines. Phoenix are just going to bait for that. So now Zealots are going to find their way on in. And the Hero knows this is a safe space for the moment. So Zealots actually, they're finding a lot of value. Friendly Fire doing almost more damage than the Zealots are. 6 workers are going to go down. Make it 6. Yeah, okay. That's going to be that. Byun into the middle of the map, trying to maybe catch the Warp Prism. Did he get it? No, it's back at home. And it's interesting to see A, Hero take the gold base, but B, oh, Oracle, got to be careful. Is he aware of the drop? I don't know that he saw the drop going into the main, though. But we're just seeing Hero rally units over to this gold base, which, by the way, is not a Pride gold. It's only 6 mineral patches, not 8. It's not nearly as scary. Yeah, it really does, PD Penguin. It really does look at almost blocks third, but here comes Byun stimming, and he's not going to get armor, but he's going to get +2 attack, and that is a... When you're playing Gateway Man style, as Hero wants to, you need all your upgrades. You're trying to stay ahead of the Terran, or at least stay even. So Byun, that is probably the best possible thing he could have found in this base. Is Byun always going to find the probes rallying. This is why... This is exactly why you recall on over. So Byun is going to be well aware of what's happening here. He's going to look... This base is dead. There's maybe Hero recalls, but I don't see him defending this all that easily. Zealot's going to get warped, and they do have 1-1 for the moment. They're kind of equal in upgrades, but it looks like we're not going to have a recall. Hero just has to give this one on up. What is he going to do to balance this out? Because he knows a significant amount of Byun's armies on the other side of the map, and yes, he's going to rally across. He has inside track right now, and this is where things get a little bit interesting. Byun should not be able to keep this 4th base alive. 20 probes have died, and actually a Hero supply block by losing the pylons and the Nexus on the bottom side. But Byun's going to lose his 4th base as well. Starks moving forward, trying to knock down as many Marauders as they can. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, make it 3. Zealots, oh, big Widowmine shots, though. Not quite the splits he was looking for, and Byun, surprisingly enough, not canceling this just yet. Okay, there we go. Ooh, Hero gets a kill. You're a fan of that one if you are a Hero fan, but Hero's income is not great. Only 55 workers, but he's going to try to catch this army away from everything else. Widow Mines are actually not going to get dragged on top of the army. Actually, the Observer working against Hero in that case because he was not able to just go and chase on top of the army. AI instead killing the Widow Mine. All this is distraction for Guild Base on the bottom. That's true of VHD, but unfortunately it died anyways because Byun found the probes rallying. But now, Hero, and this is something he started to do against Byun. I'm a big fan of it. Does he have extended thermal lance? He doesn't. That's a problem. But he's going quad Colossus because Hero, more than anyone else, he hates Vikings. Even still, though, Marauders, they share range with Colossus right now. This is not an easy fight for Hero to take. So he's going to be forced to back up, wrap around, go back home. And he's down 30 army supply. His economy does not really match the style that he is trying to play. By the way, OTAP 1000, I was not being serious about saying we need to nerf observers. Blizzard in one balance patch, they nerfed observer speed minorly because Terrans were complaining that it was too easy. Oh man, what am I gonna fled? Yeah, it's not gonna find its way in there. Where Terrans were complaining that it was too easy, that observers got out of scans too easily, so they nerfed it by a minor speed difference because Terrans found it frustrating that occasionally observers would be able to fly out of a scan and waste the scan. My favorite meme. Anyways, now we're going to see a fight kick off here in earnest, and Byun's arm... Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of army on the other side of the map, so we're going to go a bit base trade here. Hero is effectively all in. He does not have 2-2 upgrades. Widow Mine... Oh, look at that. Great bait on the Widow Mines, but it's really only one. Here come the Zealots. Hero's got to make something happen because half the Byun's army is in his base, but of course, the entirety of Hero's army is in Byun's base. So 4-5 SCVs have died to start, but you got to find your way up the high ground. Actually, the wall is down, so the Zealots are going to be able to find the way in. Stark's looking forward, trying to get the Ghost, trying to get the Marauders here. Colossus running on forward. Byun's army does not have enough to fight what Hero has, especially... Oh, man, last second. Disruptor does not really land. Looked like it was going to be massive for a second. This is scary, of course, for Hero because he is on the production of the Terran, which means there is always going to be more stuff. Starks actually need to target this Viking down, please. It's slowly worrying away at the Colossus, but there are still 3 Colossus here. So 41 SCVs have died, but Byun, he's gotten a base. And Hero supply is dropping pretty heavily. It's 69 army supply to 47. Nice. And yes, a lot of this is in production that Hero is killing, but he's no way to really reinforce necessarily. He's got a big bank. And his probes are rallying onto the other side of the map. I actually want to see this Viking kill more probes. But Byun's economy is in shambles. Of course, so too is Hero's. It's 20 workers to 25. Byun up to about 20 army supply. Oh, Widow Mines are... Well, actually, nice split there from Hero. 17 workers at 25 now. Starkers pulling forward, trying to knock down as much as they can. Vikings, medevacs, all these wonderful things. And the big deal, of course, is you want to make things burn. All right, that is a problem with Byun's economy is really... I mean, he's still mining. That's the big deal. But we have a lot of his production have started to burn. Hero losing a bunch more probes now to these random Widow Mines. And I don't think he has detection. No, he doesn't have an observer. He only has 2 Colossus, so he lost 2 of them in that fight. Now more and more Widow Mines. Hero good blink, though, and he gets a factory. He gets a command center. Hero's not rebuilt any of his bases, though. He does have enough money for it. He can build a Nexus in the main. As now Zealots, Colossus find their way into the last mining base of Byun. But I believe, yeah, he has 1 extra command center that's going to go try to take the 4th base. I know he's got 2. Yeah, he's got 2, so he only lost 1 of them. And there are not enough Starks to really make this happen. Widow Mines do fall, and this is always going to be a scary position for Byun to fight into the choke like that. But of course, Byun not really mining anymore. He can still drop mules, though. That's the big deal. He finds his way on the high ground. 1 Stalker there to buffer. Probes here in this pocket area. Byun, oh, he's just going to carpet bomb the Colossus. He realizes that is his win condition. Knock the Colossus down. There's nothing that Hero can do, but Hero, good Guardian Shield. He blinks the Stalkers forward. He's going to try to make this fight happen, but there is no micro that Hero can do to save him from the micro of Byun. Byun takes game 1. I'm actually really curious to see whether Hero goes Stargate. He did go last game. It didn't really work out for him all that well, but that was some masterful baiting from Byun on Stargazer. I didn't see the Widow Mine, and clearly Hero didn't either. It felt like Byun was just... It looked like Byun was just doing this idea where he says, okay, well, I'm going to just try to get counter damage. Which didn't make a lot of sense, but it was what I saw. And then he saw, oh, yeah, Widow Mine in a really weird spot. So, great job there. As Zealot has been made by Hero early on, looking to find pressure, but Byun, he's pulling a Gumiho. He's dipping deep. He's sipping deep from Gumiho's a bag of tricks in this game, as he's going to go Concussive Shell Marauders. But this version of Concussive Shell Marauders is not a proxy. It is in the main base, and its entire goal is to catch and kill exactly what Hero is doing. Now, Hero's got to be a little bit careful. He realizes this Concussive Shell is not done just yet, so he's going to delay the command center right as it finishes. And now the Adept gets out. Hero has gotten maximum damage from how this happened. That's actually really well done. So, ideally, the point of the Marauders, you get 2 of them, and then you go elsewhere. You move into a 3-1-1 or something, is to catch early units on the other side of the map, say Adepts or Stalkers. And Stalkers cannot run away, but Adepts can. So, Hero, he delays the command center by 20 seconds. He does not lose his Adept to it, and he kills the Reaper on the other side without taking any damage. This is, again, the optimal approach. This is the optimal opening for Hero in this game. And behind this, it is Blink. We're going to have to see how many gateways he gets. He's going on to 2 right now. He could, of course, go 3. And Waterfall almost feels like a map that's really good for Blink Stalkers. It's just the ramp, the cliff is not as big. But, man, the main base is massive. Hey, Gino1135, thanks so much for the 100 bits. Glad you enjoy what I'm doing. Glad you support where the money's going this month. Yeah, I guess Stealth Vapor, I guess there was maybe some Twitch bug. As far as I can tell, I was never muted. I heard my feed the entire time. And yeah, Mandragora. The map pool, well, maybe Stargazer, it needs some tweaks. In general, I think at least aesthetically, I love this map pool. We're going to have to see how it balances out. I think it's probably Terran favored by about maybe 3%, 5%. But in fairness, the last pool was pretty Zerg favored. Protoss players started to figure out how to deal with it on maps like Blackburn, a little bit more with the hero style. And Blackburn almost became, if you talk to certain pros, Blackburn was almost unplayable by Zergs against the hero style because you would lose the gold and the Protoss would be able to take the gold. But in general, it was a rather Zerg pool. So, and I guess before that, it was a kind of a Terran pool. I'd like to see a Protoss pool. What would a Protoss pool entail, actually? I'm not really sure. Like, I can tell you pretty easily what a Terran pool is and what a Zerg pool is. But okay, here come the Stalkers of Hero. He did get a Warp Prism, but actually, no, he is going for 4-gate here. So, he's got pressure on the mind. He's got aggression on the mind. As these 2 Marauders are actually going to be worth their weight in Vespene in the bunker. But now the bunker does go down. First Marauder is going to go down here, and it's really not going to make all that much of a difference. And because of everything, Stim, it's maybe a little bit. Well, actually, it's not it's a 6-minute Stim. So this is pretty nice for Byun, accepting the fact he doesn't have tanks. So he doesn't have that nice space control that really kills Stalkers. We're going to have to see just how good Hero's Micro is. A couple workers starting to fall. Is unfortunately no game hearts. We can't see the pop-up telling us exactly how many, but I can tell you right now, 9 SCVs have fallen at the moment. Hero, though, he needs to get more. This is a 4 base, or a 4-gate, and that is rather all in. Oh, he's going to get +1, though. Yeah, it's worth it now. We're good. We're okay as the bio stims forward trying to find something happen, but medevacs are not out, so that was just about 20% of the hit points of this army down the drain. Meanwhile, Hero's got a 3rd base on the way as he continues to press on forward. Liberators and Marauders looking to be a thorn in Hero's side, but no 3rd base for Byun, not easily. He lost +1, so his push is going to be so much weaker. That is so much less DPS in this army compared to what Byun would like. But now, what does Hero blink in the main? Or does he go and just continue to put pressure at the front? Byun on 3 barracks. We're going to have to see, actually. Does Byun go and... he's already a bit late for this build, for the 6-minute stim to go get a 3rd base. But not horrendously late compared to, say, the standard 3-1-1. You get your 3rd base at close to 7:38 minutes. So does Byun add 2 barracks? Does he go for the 3rd? I don't know that he can go for a 5 racks all in on this map just because he lost that +1. The timing is not there. In fact, Hero will have his upgrade faster. And of course, he's got his 3rd base that he's defending just by this aggression. So one thing we do need to point out is Hero was not probing for a while. This is a, if not necessarily all in, a pseudo all in. Heavy committed pressure. So you don't probe during it. As Warp Prism is going to find his way on the high ground, but Cyclones are able to get lock-ons of that one. But look at that. The Adepts, not going to kill it. Good repair. Depth doesn't find its way on in, and now Stalker's got to run backwards. Byun trying to punish this because you know there's no warp presence, no more warp ins. But oh, the baiting disruptor here. Byun not going to go for it. And that's something you're always afraid of. Byun, more than any other Terran, he limit tests. He limit tests. He loves to die for those 50-50 disruptors to figure out whether he can get them or not. But he did not go for that one. And now triple drop in the main base. The entirety of Hero's army is out of position. Looks like he's recalled. Yeah, he's recalled some. He's got the other. Oh, actually, this is really cool. So look at his. I think this is what he's doing. No, he's just rotating back over. He didn't get caught in the recall. I thought what he was doing is the Zealot. A couple of them do warp in, so that will force Byun back here. One medevac falls, but it's the empty one. I thought what he was doing was trying to position his Stalkers so 50% would recall home to defend and 50% would try to catch the bio on retreat. But it's not the case. It's now Hero. He has his third base up. He does have a charge. Oh, we know he doesn't. Charge not even started. Interesting. But he does have a Dark Shrine on the way. He's getting a couple disruptors here defensively. He's got 3 of them and now moving into Colossus behind that as he takes his 4th. Byun, it does not even have his 3rd orbital done. He has his 3rd command center, but the orbital is not complete. 9 minutes in, he does not have that 3rd base on location. He does have to find value in this game. Or Hero's just going to run away with this one. All right. DT Blink on the way, which is a really early DT Blink. It's something that we have actually seen Hero start to do. Shout out to Maru versus Hero from GSL this morning if you want to talk about some really cool DT play. Again, not trying to spoil it any more than that, but Hero's understanding of how to use DTs in that game was really cool. Anyway, first DT finds 5 kills. That's nice. And it forces a scan when there were already missile turrets on the way. So again, double expense there for Byun. Scan costs about 200 minerals and renewable money. And then, of course, you have to pay for the missile turret as well. So expensive, on top of the 5 SCVs that Byun did lose. But he's now going all out on the turtle. He understands that he is behind. And there's one thing, or one idea I was talking about, where it's like, okay, Byun has to get damage done. There's the other approach, though, of understanding that Hero is an aggressive Protoss. And he's going to want to attack into me at some point. So instead, I can take a page out of Ryung's book or Maru's book and just turtle on 3 to 4 bases. Get my 4th base eventually and say, yeah, Hero, you're probably not going to break me here. I have ramps that you have to fight into. So I'm just going to turtle up as long as I can until I get my upgrades, until I get my tech complexity, until I get my bases that I need. And then I'm going to take the fight. The 1-1 now done for Hero. This may be a time he looks to take advantage of. As a couple of these cyclones, these random cyclones, not these random, but these defensive cyclones from earlier, they're going to get a pylon, but it looks like both of them, yeah, both of them should fall. So Hero, that's going to be one less thorn in his side. Oh, did Byun cancel charge? I'm sorry. I missed that. I thought he just got a pylon. I somehow did not notice that he got the Twilight too. That's a big deal. But now Byun comes rallying on in. He says, look, I'm just about maxed out. My army is scary. I have 1-1. I have Ghosts in the fray. But there are 3 Colossus here. That being said, that is not a ramp that Hero can move down. In fact, I think he's just gonna... Oh, that's a kill about to cancel. So that is nice. 4 bases go down. Ooh, that's an idea for an animated emote. But anyway, this push from Byun is terrifying. As he sections off 4 medevacs to go into the main base. He's got a 4th base on the way as well, so he has been able to recoup some of his economic losses from earlier, and it's just going to have to be a full recall. Stalkers war, actually, it's not a full recall, it's only a couple Stalkers, but Colossus, of course, can find their way onto the high ground as Stalkers are just going to try to do what they can. Byun, I would not be surprised to see him rotate right to try to make something happen, but he did force a lot of the army into the main base here. He's going to catch some, he's going to lose some of his on the way out, but this is bought Byun time to stim into this 4th base location. Disruptor shots going out, but they're not quite in range to deal with the tanks just yet. With the Vikings here as well, Byun has a killer position on this base. He's going to force Hero to fight. Hero, here we go. He's going to run Zealots on in. Colossus firing strong. DT's actually in the mix with a big deal here. DT's playing on the backside, looking to force field Byun out. And no Colossus falls. Fantastic fight from Hero, but the drop in the main base is the big deal. Byun has multiple things happening at any given time. 2-2 will be denied. So Byun Yeah, he doesn't get the 4th base, but he gets a lot of tech. He got a lot of structures here in the main base. He's going to be, well, he's going to lose 1 medevac. But again, it's the empty one. And now Hero. That upgrade lead was going to be a wonderful thing for him. And Vikings, they find 1 Colossus. The Stalkers are here, so... Well, actually, they're going to get the 2nd one. They're not going to get the 3rd, I don't... Well, maybe? No, they're not going to get the 3rd. But heavy damage onto it, so... In the span of a very brief amount of time, Byun has absolutely taken the reins in this game. But Hero, of course, double Robo. He's going to have to rebuild those forges eventually, and I would like to see him just expand right side now. But instead, he does think that low ground base on the 9 o'clock position is the safer one. So, double Colossus on the way again, punishing... Well, Byun is not going to build Vikings for a bit because he kind of killed the Colossuses. Ooh, here we go. DTs, they're not going to go for it. They absolutely could have killed the missile turret and the planetary. But Oh, they're going to blink it now. They're going to kill it anyway. Oh, there's the lift. Oh, that's what it was. He wanted to wait for Byun to make the planetary. So then Byun would maybe not cancel in time. But DTs blink in. They get some value at the very least. Force repair, and that's something. Colossus shelling away from the low ground onto Byun's 3rd, but good luck pushing into the triangle position right there. I mean, Hero's going to try, but it is a distraction because again, DTs are going to try to find their way on the planetary. Again, Byun is going to be able to cancel this. Again, Hero blinks out, not really losing DTs, losing some shields, forcing EPM, forcing attention from Byun, a little bit of repair money too. This game seems destined to go mid-late. And how Hero likes to play this, Hero likes to play late game PvT where he does go gateway man. Lots of bases, lots of gateways, lots of disruptors, and maybe not as cost effective. Oh, Colossus on the high ground. No, Hero, this is not what you want to do. 1 Colossus falls, 2nd falls, and Byun's going to back up. But, oh man, that was so much of the complexity of Hero's army right there. Disruptor shots in, though. They get a little bit more as against the last 19 SCVs in this game. DTs again try to find something, but again, Byun lifts. He's just not allowed to get a planetary. But here, oh, this is the inside track. Stalkers, please just target this down. Please just target the base down. They're going to blink on top, though, of the tanks. 1 tank goes down. Disruptors, they're not microed properly here. Stalkers, they blink forward, though. They think they've got something, and it appears that they did. But I feel like it's just better to tank 2 tank shots and kill the orbital. Call me crazy. Who am I to judge, though? Hero's game sense is fantastic. It's Byun now into the natural. Here he gets double Robo, so no more disruptors, no more Colossus. Again, Byun, he's going to find the double Forge, and he's just going to target it down. So Byun is going to have upgrade leads, which is insane considering how this game started. But now disruptors, they do find their way back home. Byun is a bit of a choke, and that's a massive shot. Stalkers, they blink forward, and actually, he does not get the Forge. He's not able to target it down in time. 2-2 will complete ahead of Byun. And remember, Hero has a significant bank, and I'm sorry, I missed it. Hero lost his 4th. Luckily for him, he does have a 5th and a 6th, so he's fine there, as Byun is not allowed to. Looks like he rallied his command center on the other side of the map. That is easy to do, but it does feel bad if you are the Terran player. So Hero now active once again on the right side. DT's again on the left. He's going to try to kill this base once again. Stalkers blink forward, but there is a repair. These are only +2 Stalkers. There doesn't look like they will be denied, but again, DT's, they're going to find the planetary. Oh, Byun again, he's so fast. He's going to be able to make sure he's okay with that one, but this drop from earlier, finding this extra base. Hero, his income is not great, but the income for Byun is worse as he's not mining off this. Did he lose that base? Wait, no, it's there. Okay. Not really mining off his 3rd. His 4th base, he has not been allowed to mine from it for forever. These DTs are just so obnoxious. This game. Byun preemptively, he says, okay, Hero's army is on the other side of the map. I know the DTs are here. No, it's not worth it. I can't afford the repair bill anymore. Oh, no, Byun. He tried. I don't know if that was F2. No, that wasn't F2 because he boosted. He tried. Luckily, he lost an empty medevac. But, oh, man, that was almost such a problem. He's going to EMP these DTs that have been so obnoxious over the course of the game, but they're going to retreat back home. Unfortunately for Hero, he's going to have to make some of them into Archons, which are not nearly as useful as these DTs have been. But EMP blanket the army. Hero on the left side. 1 SCV to rule them all. 1 SCV to find them. 1 SCV to bring them all in the darkness, bind them. as Byun almost doing hero's job for him. A couple shots there on the planetary, the nascent planetary by the Marauders, but Byun has started to realize that he has to get the space up. There was no mining in it. Well, there's one mineral patch with 55 workers in it, 55 minerals in it, but no mining the main or the natural. Byun, oh, he thinks he's found an opening here. He thinks he's found an angle. Disruptor shot 1 is going to be okay. Oh, but this is not a good fight for here. He's going to warp in more stuff, though. He's on Gateway Man style right now. That really, he's not happy about it, but it's not the end of the world that he's lost some disruptors there as long as he's able to stay alive. All these sentries, though, they're going to get EMP'd down, so they're not going to have the force fields that Hero needs. So Byun, he's up in army. He's so far down in economy. If Hero can spend his bank, it's going to be nice. Zealots on the right side. The drop on the bottom right for Byun. He's always doing something. But now the Stalkers from the middle of the map, they're going to find their way in. Oh, blinks forward again, though. Byun, somehow, he keeps these full medevacs alive. It's only the empty ones. Only saving grace of Byun at this point, but more Stalkers, more Zealots warp in, keeping this bottom right side base alive. But, I mean, there's pretty much personal healing here. EMPs, they get these Zealots down. And Byun will be able to take that fight. But if we look at the army supply, that's a really big deal. Byun, the one thing he had in this game was the fact his army stuff. He had a tremendously complex army. Oh, you need 2 shots. Finally, Byun saying to hell with this. I'm not building a planetary anymore. I'm building an orbital. I can lift this always. I need the scans. I need the mules. The Hero finally taking that 4th base that he lost about 10 minutes ago. And I love this. Because of mules, despite Hero being up 20 workers and up a couple bases, Byun has more income. Have you heard the tragedy of the mule? It's not a story that the Protoss would tell you. Okay, but there we go. Recall again, bottom side. This drop from Byun is being so obnoxious, but a Marauder does go down, so that's something at the very least. And Byun continues to build a terrifying army. Hero has not felt like he's had the money to get into his 3-3 upgrades to take advantage of the fact that he has Chrono and Double Forces. Again, Byun scanning at bottom side. This drop has been so key to his success in this game. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, Hero. Pathing, please. He has donated so many robo units in this game, and I feel like he did that on Saturday or Saturday night as well. I've cast so much StarCraft recently. Maybe I'm thinking about WTL, but we saw a Protoss game where he just donated so many Colossus and Disruptors through bad pathing. But Byun rotating fully right side now. This distracts from his noon base, his 4th base. But also, this is a base that needs to happen. So, wait, okay, no, EMPs were part of that army, and now Hero's going to look to chase it down. But he understands you got to keep a couple Stalkers at least back at home to make sure that this drop doesn't get too much done. But now, Hero has zoned Byun back into his corner of the map. And I'm very surprised to not see one of the main or the natural float over somewhere else. And man, I wish we had game art because I'd love to be able to see where all the scans are. But look at the map control. Okay, so Hero's on 5 bases, but realistically, this one is almost mined out. Natural and main are certainly mined out. This 5th base is getting close to being diminished in minerals. And there's one more base that Hero can take. Probably. It is this rich Vespine base that only has 6 mineral patches. So there's not a lot of money left on the map for Hero. Meanwhile, Byun has the 10 o'clock base, he has the 3 o'clock base, and he does have that interior base if he's ever able to move in the middle of the map, which, I mean, it's just damn hard to take that one. But Hero is going to try to seize on things. Stalkers blink forward, Zealots run forward as well, and the Marauder falls, a couple Marines as well. But Hero, he understands that as good of a position he is in economically, Byun is going to max out at 160 supply. And then, much like these late game TVZs that we saw Byun and Maru playing in like middle of last year, where they said, yeah, we're going to go down to 40 workers, we're going to go down to 35 workers, and we're going to hit you with, yeah, we can't reinforce it as well. I mean, mules are good, but maybe they're not that good. But we're going to hit you with such a big army that you cannot fight it and replace your army, even with your superior economy, by the time that we find their way into your important spot. So now Disruptor shot defensively. Oh, that Disruptor ball looked like it got delayed. It got slowed down somehow. But Zealots warp in and Disruptors as well. This drop from Byun, this couple Ghosts and a Marauder occupying so much space in Hero's brain. But now, finally, the two medevacs leave. It's only this quad drop. It's got 2 Ghosts and a Marauder, and actually, they shred probes, for what it's worth. Zero, finally, he has the space in this game. He says, I have the money as well to go for 3-3, but you gotta be worried about this round here from Byun. Disruptors, again, not really going to land. Okay, Byun, he's trying to push on forward. And remember, Waterfall is a pretty damn short map. So the difference between putting pressure on your opponent's side of the map and receiving pressure on your side of the map is really small. But Byun, inside track into the natural. Is this what he wants to do? It's going to be harder for Hero to go down the ramp. Hero with these 3 Colossus. The army of Byun does not really fight that all that well. So instead, he's going to rotate right side here. Is Byun. There's 1 Disruptor defensively. Byun is aware of it, but the scan does not catch it. And Hero, he's got to make something happen. He's going to lose this 5th base. This mining lead that he does have, and it looks like he's just going to give it up. Losing the army on the bottom side as well. I'm somewhat surprised to not see a recall, but there we go. Probes going out. Disruptor shot. Byun! No, he's not paying attention. But luckily, the army wasn't super clumped, so honestly, that could have been worse. But now here comes Hero. He wants to take the fight. Disruptor shots find their way on out. The Vikings are not going to get anything done here, but EMP is there playing the army. Disruptors are massive for Hero, but Byun gets more of them. Supplies, though, they're starting to equalize. Hero lost so much of his economy in that fight, though. He lost so much of his money his economy in that fight. What was it, 20 workers? I don't know. We don't have game hard, but something like 20 workers, a full mineral line. He lost the 5th base. And remember, the 3rd base of Hero is mined out. The natural of Hero is mined out. He is effectively a 2-base Protoss. Whereas, oh, no, the Colossus. Oh, no, not again. Not again. Hero's not migrating this time. He's just worrying with the stuff on the right side or on the left side. Disruptor shot. Byun, okay, he's going to be able to split. He is 2nd shot as he looks to trap Byun against, oh, those 4 fields are a thing of beauty here, but Byun's going to be able to save a Disruptor shot, though. Cleans things up even still. 20 army supply lead for Byun. Hero, he's got to make something happen here. Losing those 3 Colossus for effectively free. You got to worry about that one. The army of Byun is overstimmed. Disruptors. Oh, no. Byun's going to find him as well. And Hero's fought so damn hard here. But his army, the complexity is not really there anymore. Yes, he has the high ground. But what does a high ground matter when you are a man like Byun? He is so damn handsome. His micro is a thing of beauty. And Hero now dropping down 30 supply. His economy that he's been leaning on this entire game is not a thing anymore. Byun is a 4-base Terran. Once again, he has 3-3. He has Ghost, he has Bio. Hero trying to blink on, throw in a last-ditch effort to knock down some of this army before reinforcements arrive, before the medevacs heal things up. But the only healing that Byun needs is the healing that a grand finals will provide, because there is nothing left for Hero in this game. 63 army supply to 15. And yeah, sure, it's a 10 worker deficit. But there is no complexity to Hero's army anymore. No money to build anything more. And Byun just needs to realize how far ahead he is after that last fight. Stim in, kill the 4th base. And in the immortal words of a TI voice line, it's GG. Here, though, he's going to try to make something happen. He's going to try to buy time. 5th base on the way once again, but Marine was left behind for that one. DT is actually doing a lot of damage here to Byun's mineral line. And how many scan? We have what? No, not scan there. We got plenty of scans. This is not going to be a situation where Hero's able to make something happen with a ton of DTs and maybe catch Byun off guard. But I guess there's always the miracles of disruptors. Always the miracles of some glowy balls making the impossible possible. But oh man, a 60 supply deficit. I don't know what kind of miracle that's supposed to be. So we are now getting ready to put pressure on the last mining base of Hero. And by the way, this base is mostly mined out anyways. Only 4 mineral patches remain as Byun stims in, knocks down a shield battery to start. And EMP is blanking the army as well. Now Byun, of course, he's got to be very careful about this Disruptor, but Disruptor doesn't really get all that much. And now there's not a lot defensively here for Hero. He's got to back up, got to get more, but 90 army supply to 33. A 2nd shot is got to find a lot, and it will not. Meanwhile, Byun's got to run by bottom right side as well, will succeed in knocking down the last mining of Hero on that right side. The probes are going to go on down. The base is going to fall as well eventually. But Hero has lost. He's not mining. Not really. Stalkers on a counterattack. They're going to knock a tank. And folks, we are getting ready. Really, it's all over but the crying. Hero's going to try to make something happen here. Disruptor's right, and I mean, Byun can lose this battle, but he doesn't want to. He's going to try to just kill the Disruptor. There we go. Hot pickup. Final disruptor shot is going to get a Marauder. I mean, that's nice, but Sentries are going to fall. Stalkers are going to fall. Byun rotating his entire army right side. Ooh, big disruptor shot there, but this is just Hero coming to terms with the fact that Byun, well, Hero beat Byun last on Saturday night. Byun takes the clean 2-0 here, and it's going to be another PvT Grand Finals.